we have 10,000 items in our inventory system, and we're going to show you just real quick, not in depth, but just a real quick sneak peek / glance of our inventory system and what kind of inventory system it takes to sort 10,000 items, which we have a little over 10,000 items in our inventory currently. So you can see kind of what you're going to expect if you have over 10,000 items.
Tony is now pulling an item. What are you looking for?
I'm not looking for anything.
Oh, you're putting stuff up? Okay, Tony's putting something up. Say hi.
Hi.
15, okay.
1547.
All right, just a quick little tour. We have over 30 of these shelves. I'm not sure the exact size of them. Tony, do you know what size the shelves are?
No.
The ones in the back where he's at right now are a little taller. We need a ladder to get to those, but
Not me.
well, I do because I'm a little shorter. But we got this big wooden shelf. That was one of the first shelves we had. Now these are just some extra shelves that we have. We started at the other end and we pretty much moved down in a snake pattern through the whole warehouse. As you can see, 10,000 items takes up a lot of space, so you need to have a pretty decent size to work with unless you want to be crammed completely. I'll show you the rest of the warehouse in another video, but this is just a quick shot of our inventory system. Today is Monday, February 5th. I'm going to go through this past weekend's sales, so the stuff we sold this weekend. I got our totals here. eBay sales was $4,915. Poshmark was $597, and Mercari was a whopping $263. Mercari is a little weak. Poshmark was actually pretty weak for us too this weekend, but eBay held pretty close to what our average is for eBay at $4,915. I want to go through some of the sales. I just got done showing you guys how we store our 10,000 products. So if you're wondering how we take our pictures and what the other side of the warehouse looks, drop a comment and I'll be sure to do a video of that. But I'm not going to do that until I have some comments because it's kind of a little bit of a cleanup procedure needs to be done over there. It's a little messy with stuff all over the place. But I will do it. If you guys want to see it, drop a comment and I'll get Tony on the cleanup crew duty. Anyway, jumping right into it, we'll go over here to eBay. I'm just going to show you guys some of the sales. I think we had like 180 sales total, maybe a little less. I don't know, something like 180 total sales. So going through all of them would be quite tedious. So we're not going to do that. I don't want to bore you guys to death. We'll just go through some of the more expensive items that sold. A little bit of bread and butter. I think I've showed some of these in the previous video, but I just want to go over them again and talk about them a little bit. First sale I have over here is a Ralph Lauren. It's a shearling long fur trench coat. Now this sold for, I think it says 190, somewhere around that. These real thick Ralph Lauren coats a lot of times can be very good, especially if you see lamb shearling. That's extremely good. Pretty much anything, if you see lamb shearling, that's good. So if you're in the women's, I think this was pretty cheap. We didn't pay very much money for this either, maybe $10. So if you see a women's Ralph Lauren long coat or a trench coat or anything like that, be on the lookout. Make sure you look it up. The sell-through looked pretty bad on this actually when I bought it, but the price was low enough to where I was like, hey, we'll take a risk on it. And then I looked it up and figured I'd price it high, and it did sell. So be on the lookout for that. We mostly sell men's clothes, but this is one of the good exceptions. Next was a Patagonia Nano Puff quilted jacket, just a quilted jacket. This actually has a logo on it. If you zoom in here, it says Tama Bravo. I'm not sure what that means, but it still sold for $114 with that logo. So don't let all logos deter you from buying stuff. Guys don't give a crap. If it's not anything crazy, we'll wear it anyway. Next, a Vineyard Vines on the go pair of pants. These were actually, they had the benefit of being new with tags, so that makes it a lot better. So for $76, any of the Vineyard Vines Performance or On the Go, that's going to bring the most money. I think that's their highest end. So if you see that, if it's not in your area, I think if you're on the West Coast, there's not a lot of Vineyard Vines stuff. But if you see Vineyard Vines on the go and performance, are definitely the ones you want to look out for, especially coming into the warmer weather, which we're going to be coming into here shortly. Next, I have it's just a vintage Levi orange tab shirt. I got an itch on my eye. This sold for $57. It took a while to sell, but it's very old. If I can get a picture of this tab to load. As you can see, the label's pretty old looking on it. Made in Korea. I'm not sure exactly how old it is. We put 70s in the title. Hopefully that's how old it is. I'm sure we looked it up when we listed it, but it's just a Levi's orange tab. I don't even know if it's denim. It looks kind of like denim, maybe not quite denim, but just a button-down shirt. That sold for a pretty decent amount. Next, we have a women's St. John cashmere wool blend jacket. I think it's a size 4, so a smaller size, not a great size. St. John is a good. Let's see if I can find a picture of the actual tag. Below, okay, yeah. St. John is a good women's clothing brand. A lot of times when you look it up, the comps won't be good, but if you can get it for a low price, then it's almost always worth picking up, even if you have to sit on it for a while. If you price it under $100, honestly, a lot of times it will sell quickly, but you have to be able to price it right because most places mark it up because it is a very expensive brand. But this sold for $76, and it sold in under a month. I think it sold in like a week and a half. Next, CC Filson. Everybody knows CC Filson, great brand. This is just a flannel. It says $89, but I think I honestly took an offer for about $50 on it. Nothing crazy special. Nope, it's not made out of wool or anything like that. It's just a regular cotton flannel. If you see CC Filson flannels or anything CC Filson, pick it up if it's not a weird size because it's going to be good. Next, we have a Masters Collection windbreaker jacket. Every time you see this little United States that's golden with a little flag out of it, that's going to be a Masters Collection. It's a really good golf brand to be on the lookout for. Pretty much anything you buy with this logo on it is going to be good. If you find a Peter Millar with that logo on it, it's going to be even better. So be on the lookout for that logo and golf wear apparel. Next, we have a JCrew outerwear. JCrew outerwear performs very well, especially the vest. So if you see a men's vest or even some women's vests are good. This has a little bit of a manufacturer defect. It's actually new, but it's like a wholesale deal we had where the items are a little bit damaged, but on purpose, so you can't retail them for new. It's just how it's contracted. So this item here is new technically, but it's got a little bit of a flaw there, which was disclosed in the listing. But yeah, it sold for $50. It's a JCrew Sussex vest, outerwear vest. So it's a quilted vest, JCrew men's stuff. In the outerwear or like cashmere wool, a lot of times it's good. Next, we have a Mott-Bow jean, just a kind of a random pair of men's jeans to be on the lookout for. Mott and Bow. So if you see Mott and Bow, they have a really good sell-through rate and they sell for a decent amount. Could have probably gotten like $50 out of these, but we decided to sell them quickly and sold them for $39.90. Okay, moving on. We'll do some. Oh, I don't want to show this. Let's see here. We'll do some Poshmark sales. Here's an LL Bean. It's a thick, high pile Sherpa fleece jacket. So these high pile LL Bean jackets are really good. So if you see them, they sell for a little under $100, even in used condition. So those are really good. Moving on, let's see here. These are some Clark's boots. These boots are it's like a chukka booty. Chukka booty sounds kind of funny to say, but it's a chukka boot. If you see this style of boot for Clark's, they're always good, especially in men's. They sold for $55. Moving on, it's a Relwyn sweater. Relwyn is a great men's clothing brand. I just sold a blazer for over $100. So Relwyn, it's a Huckberry brand. So be sure to, if you see the weird looking bird or whatever it is, it's almost always good in that brand. So the sell-through rate's really, really good as well. So always be on the lookout for Relwyn. Okay, this is a weird one. This is a Neiman Marcus mink coat. Kind of hard to tell if fur is real or not sometimes if you're not real experienced. But if you take a lighter and you pull off a little piece and light it on fire and it smells like burnt hair, then it's real fur. This is it said Lila Roman, or yeah, Lila Roman on it, but it's a Neiman Marcus jacket. Where's the Neiman Marcus? It says Neiman Marcus on it somewhere. Anyway, I had this for a whole year, didn't sell it, had it priced way too high. Ended up selling it for $100, which I was pretty happy with considering I paid like 25 bucks for it. So not a bad sale there. And Neiman Marcus mink fur coat, which I normally don't buy fur coats. They're kind of a pain. A lot of times they'll have damage. So you get to this one was in great shape. I had like a paisley inside too, which was cool. But always be super careful with fur. It's damaged a lot of the time. Okay, go over here. We have a Roan men's small gray hoodie. Roan's another great menswear brand we like to sell. We don't really pay up for it because it just doesn't sell for that much, and sometimes it takes a while to sell. But if you see Roan, it sells well on multiple platforms, so eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. We're selling Roan on pretty much any platform we listed on. So that's a really good sign with a brand. So that sold for 38 bucks on Mercari. And these are all the sales on Mercari, but I just wanted to pull some of the notable ones. Next is a Theory women's cashmere sweater. This picture looks absolutely awful. Not sure who took this picture. It must be an old one. But it's just I think it's a 100% cashmere. Yeah, 100% cashmere Theory women's top. Sold for 37 bucks. Anytime. Theory's a really expensive brand, but the comps always look horrible when you look it up. So if you see Theory and it's cashmere, go ahead and roll the dice. I would pick it up. But if it doesn't sell, I didn't tell you that. I didn't tell you that because the sell-through looks bad. So don't pay way up for it. But if you see it cheap, pick it up. Next is a pair of women's shoes. These are women's Born sandals. They're a wedge, chunky kind of Y2K style sandal. Born's a pretty expensive women's shoe brand. They also sell men's shoes. I pick it up when it's cheap. I don't normally buy this. These took quite a while to sell. So I don't pick them up when they're expensive, but if they're cheap, I'll pick them up. Like I said, just a quick example of one of the women's sandals we sell. We like to sell chunky sandals as well. Any Y2K style, anything you could put those keywords on, Y2K, chunky, 90s, anything you can use those keywords on with a decent brand behind it, it's going to sell. So that's all I have for the stuff I wanted to show you guys. Like I said, to reiterate, $49.15 on eBay, $5.97 on Poshmark, and $2.63 on Mercari. Not the greatest day on Poshmark and Mercari, but we'll take these weekend sales, especially for this time of year. Everybody's talking about slow sales, and we're still doing relatively well. So very thankful for that. If you guys have any questions, or if you want to see our photo setup or anything like that, drop a comment. But until then, that's all I got for this video.